The stream has been restarted. I don't know what happened.
But wait, Fire Genasi, aren't those people like highly magical or so? I mean, look at her, she's practically burning. Maybe
I mean,
from
they're
work.
probably spellcasters, but they don't have a magical manacles. Weird.
Might be good for us. See?
Maybe they have something else that prevents. Maybe their whole cell is anti-magical.
Use
Just
the
have to
hair
ask
like
her.
with the bars to try to. No. Okay.
What?
You know, like since it's like fire, maybe it works and it disintegrates something. No, no.
I mean, would be
Or
worth a try.
you can try to touch it if you want. Or what? Like she's
I
very.
think
It's
I
just
cannot
red hair.
read.
It's not fire. Come on.
How
I
close
mean, it
is?
looks like fire.
Hey, how close is the cage? Actually, how close is Gaki?
So, like maybe two and a half hands distance
Ah, that
from each
close.
other. Yes, and they're going like a cell gap, cell gap, cell gap, kind of going with a semicircle way.
Okay, 2.5 hands. That means I can reach through technically.
I mean, with the one hand, you need 1.5 hand more.
Hand,
Should we try
arm.
to push you?
No, like hand. I mean,
Yeah.
this-
Okay. Damn.
I don't have my wand to like enlarge your arm.
But just the arm.
I don't think it works that way.
hey, so what's your name? What's your name, partner?
Hey, I'm Farwold. How did you end up here? Why are we here? What do they do with us?
Quite a nasty business. You being meat in the first place. Yeah, have you seen those poor fellows? Yeah, said to be light elves in the domain of the draw. Be like one of them. Wouldn't like to go off without a spark. At least leaving a mark before. So, do you have anything? Do you have any? We've been here already for some time, and that seems to be today was a quite eventful day. I'm not counting death, my friends. Events I would like to relieve, but your arrival, coincidence, this talk. She didn't even talk much with us, only with me. But I couldn't really tell her anything of
What
her
did
interest.
she ask you?
We're basically here on a contract. We actually started our way all the way up north, not far from Erinel. I hired these fellows, and she points at the bodies of the light elves there, to show us the way, and to one of the nearest entrances to a prominent mine shaft we have discovered. I'm kind of entrepreneur on my own, you know. Like I was thinking of making a business over here, and those seems to be friendly. And as we were just exploring one of the sideways, the last thing before I've been collapsed was the rope around my neck, and then being almost pierced to the ground, and I just couldn't do anything.
Okay.
Does she looks like a fighter, or she's like a, trader?
Bob, you observe how Farwell and that person in other cell having a conversation, and you try to identify who that person is. Please roll investigation.
19.
19. As you look at her outfit and her face, you notice there were several bruises, but they seems to be have healed up already by this time. and with her posture and the way how she talks, this probably a person who mostly tries to reserve two words rather than swords.
Okay, good to know.
Gaki, as you can see, and I just show her my manacles, we have those special kind of manacles. We cannot use any magic, which is a shame, of course, but how about you? Can you use magic by any chance?
Me? Magic? I was never really trained into any of that. I have something that my grandma showed me a while ago, but I was. Oh, that's actually a good idea. Good, smart. You smart. Maybe I can try that.
And she's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can be one of my
She's not
associates.
useful.
And she's kind of like looking
She looks nice,
around, and she looks at the fireplace next to which the guard sits with all of your items, and you notice how she's kind of like trying to concentrate on the fire a bit, and as she's concentrating forward, you notice that the tips of her hair start to slowly like raise up and kind of get a flame just for a brief second, brief moment. And this exactly thing corresponded with like a flash of light coming from the fireplace. And she's like, oh, it worked. I can do that.
Okay.
You notice how the guard is like immediately kind of raising up his sword and looking around. He looks at you all, but he looks on the other empty cells. He looks above him, and gets kind of like gets alarmed for a second, but then it's fine.
Okay, I whispered to her, Gaki, keep it cool. Save that for. Can you do that stronger? Do you know?
Cool? What do you mean cool? I cannot distinguish it.
You mean like keep keep it low key? Let's be non-suspicious right now.
How low can you get? I'm already
Do you
low
think
key.
you can do that stronger? You know, just spark, but you think you can like make it really strong? Not now, but in general.
A roll for persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay.
Yeah, for his girlfriend.
25.
That's nice.
Oh.
That's nice.
Give me a few seconds.
I was thinking like that could be a good distraction at some point. I mean, drows they hate the light, which is why I don't understand why they light the fire in the first place. But that's good for us. But it might be a distraction. So it's a start.
Does music work?
Music is gone.
I mean, she said she hired other people to help her, so she's just a manager.
Yeah, she said she's like an entrepreneur, so I don't know, maybe she's kind of something like a bard or so. Something like that. Support role. Maybe she's a healer. I think I should find out. But we need to kind of find out how she can be useful. I mean, she's definitely, she wants to go with a bang, right? So we should rely on her once something happens. Not rely,
She could be
but
baiting us. She could be like, you know,
she
trying
might
to
be
sell
baiting.
us.
So, do you have a
That's a good
plan?
idea.
Maybe I can try it. Maybe I can try to make it louder. I don't know. I never tried.
So
I didn't think
Okay.
about it.
Than that.
Okay, that's good. Let's keep it for now. We have to make plans, okay?
Come on, Gaki,
But,
keep it quiet. You hear how the dwarf behind her back is kind of like trying to pull her out from the cage.
the guard is trying to pull her out
No,
of
no,
the cage.
the dwarf who is in her cage.
Ah, he's in her cage. Ah.
So there was a dwarf, fire genasi, and two elves.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I thought he was in a different cage. Okay, Gagi, keep it quiet for now, but what about the dwarf? What can he do? Is he a fighter?
Huh?
Is he a fighter? The dwarf?
Are you asking or trying to
Yeah, I'm asking
identify
her.
it?
I'm asking her, and at the same time, I look at the dwarf. Since first
This
time
one, this is one of those most skeptical dwarfs I've ever dealt with. His
Like every dwarf.
pessimism, his spite. Sometimes I feel like doing just things in spite of whatever he is saying. Just because. Come on, keep calm, Falkrum. It's okay. You see how the guard is noticing the commotion in the cell, and Rafe, you notice that he is coming closer and he's clashing with a sword with a blunt side on the door of the cage.
Okay, yeah, I pretend that I'm kind of falling asleep and I keep quiet for a few minutes.
Yeah, you can see how Farvald is like sleeping while standing by the...
No, I said I'm sitting while I'm leaning against the bars.
Okay, I thought you were standing.
That's what it is. No.
Yes, then you see the Farvald doing exactly that. Meanwhile, Gaki is backing off, being dragged by the dwarf more to the other side of the cell. What would you like to do?
We get food?
We will get it. They said we will get a full meal today.
Okay, so we cannot really tell how late it is or early or how long it's been since we're here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, we have been treated way better than the other prisoners for whatever reason. She wants something from us, otherwise she wouldn't give us food, and yeah. So yeah, basically they want to get into that chamber, but this is not real. That's not a real leverage we have because it's just one room which is empty. So I mean, there were those soul crystals. Maybe soul crystals are interesting to them. I mean, they like torturing and killing people and sacrificing people. Maybe they need soul crystals. That might be something of value. But
Okay, should we just offer like to open the way for them and then they can go and we can go?
we can do that at a later point, but I would say first we should get something to eat and rest. So, yeah, because I don't think they will let us go. They'll try to make us open that portal, and that's it, and they're trying to kill us anyway. So we should be ready for a second fight.
But you think if we promise something, if we can do our part, I don't think that the priestess is gonna betray us.
I mean, what reason does she have not to betray us?
Her word.
Does that mean anything in front of meat?
Well, but he said that it's your my meat. What? You should respect that.
Like, I mean, I wouldn't count on it, you know? We should have like a backup plan. I mean, part of
We
the
should
backup
have a way
plan,
to escape quick.
the thing is, I don't think we can really escape from them because it's their realm. There are probably even other drows out there. Everything is dark. They see, we don't see. They know the area, we don't know it. So I don't think we can escape. Except we're like super lucky. Like, I don't know, the worm appears all of a sudden, or some distraction, or the skeletons appear, something like this. But other than
Where's the
that, we need to
rescue
kill them.
party? Yeah. Can you cast the bird, the firebird? Do you have no? I mean, you need
The
ingredients.
ingredients,
Right?
yeah, they're in the bag.
And it would be quite noticeable. I mean, the firebirds flying from that cell there, they would be like,
Well,
how
really, the thing
how
is
did
that
that happen?
the firebird could be like really fast, but of course not very discreet.
Yeah, they wouldn't catch it probably, but they would see where it came from.
Yes.
So, yeah, damn. I mean, what we could try is somehow distract the guard. So we could lure the guard next to the cage, something like this. I don't know, maybe start a little turmoil or so. Once he's close enough, I mean, it's 3 of us. Just like 2 of you, you just grab him. I don't know, by the arms, pull him close, and then I just stab him. And then at least that guy's dead. If we're lucky, we get the keys fast enough to release ourselves, and maybe the other prisoners, if we do it quickly. And then we can get our stuff, and then we could fight. If we feel like we're too weak to fight, we can just draw cards until something good happens.
We can't fight.
Yeah, we have 10 HP. Like, even if we get our equipment.
Of course, that's why I think first of all we should try to play the patience game. Like, I don't know, keep talking with her until we had our meal and we had a long rest. After that, we could be ready for action.
I mean, we could try to negotiate really first.
Sure, that's what we should try meanwhile, but
Yes.
I feel like we need a dual approach here. Like, either way, we should be prepared.
Can we
Yes.
proceed with scratching the runes on a bracelet meanwhile?
And we
Yes.
wanted to do the oil thing, no?
Mm-hmm.
I was doing the oil thing.
Just maybe someone can just piss, and that's gonna be good enough.
Oh my gosh. It was not in mine, okay?
Oil, like we don't have any oil. Come on.
Do we check like on the cave, on the sail where we are, if maybe there's something like in the walls that might help us?
I mean, there was some sticky liquid like dropping on me. Is it still on me while I've been carried?
That is not liquid. That's basically like a water operation on the ceiling of the caves, which periodically drops down and can form even the underground lakes. There is a lot of drops.
Okay.
As you're discussing it, you notice how several drow pass by the guard tail something. He's telling them back. They stop by the 2 kind of almost beheaded bodies of the elves, and they're dragging them out.
Can I tell how many total guards are there? So we had like 7 party members attacking us. There was around 5 bodies on the floor resting. So that's 12. And there's probably some extra ones. So there's like total around 15 of trolls around, right? And all of them are warriors.
Roll for perception.
Can't perception. 13.
With your roll and with the size of the camp, which is you have currently seen, you would deduct that your estimation is somewhat making sense.
Okay. I'm gonna, I don't know, guys. Do we manacle stuff, or I can just sit and watch, and while you rest, I can have a watch.
Yeah.
You.
But once the guard is not attentive anymore, I try to talk to Gaki again. Like, psst.
Am I freezing?
You were apparently, but now you're not.
Okay, should be
You're
fine.
fine.
Yes. Soon a guard comes in and bringing you all a meal. You notice that there is a difference in size of the portions. There is nothing really exquisite here. Everything looks like has been cooked a while ago, and now it's just didn't rot because of that, so it's still edible. Rave gets the biggest portion, and Bob and Farwell they get the smallest one. And as the guard turns away, he is coming and he's keeping the conversation with the other guard, standing with their backs to you. Farwell, you have the opportunity to talk with Kaki.
Wait, before I talk to her, Rafe, maybe if you're okay, like maybe we take a bit of your meal and we just share it with the dwarf and with Kaki, like to bring them on our side. Because I mean that guy's a dwarf. I mean he's pessimistic as fuck, but maybe he had. I mean he's all about tools, right? Maybe he has something around himself, a needle, something we can try to lockpick with, anything. Or maybe he has a better idea on how to scratch out the runes. So if we just, I don't know, be a bit friendly with them, maybe? Inform allies.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just eat a little bit and I'll leave the rest for them.
Okay.
So in your portion,
if we can
Rave,
do it.
there is like a bone of an unknown animal for you. Kind of churned meat, kind of also very salty.
It's meat though. It's good.
It is meat though, yes.
Energy, yeah.
So what, do you try to pass it to the opposite cell?
Oh, not me, Farwood.
Like, I don't know, like just half of it or so. I mean, we need to be nourished ourselves.
Yeah, I already ate my part.
So yeah, after eating my meal and then I take whatever Brave left and I do the same thing again, like walk over, very tired, depressed and all of that, and then just sit down and lean against them. You know? And when I feel like the guard is not watching, I'm like, psst, hey, Gaki, you're there.
She is like slowly rolling on her hands with her back towards the wall, and she's like, "What's up? What's up?"
Like, I'm not sure when you ate something the last time, but here, maybe you can share that with your friend. So I feel like you could need it. And
she looks
reach
and
out.
she sees, and she also reaches out. Please roll for, I would say, acrobatics or athletics. Your choice.
Can't be that easy just sharing food, right?
Okay, athletics. Okay, yeah, I go with athletics. But don't make me drop it. Come on. Of course I drop it because I just rolled a 7.
Wasted food.
But how about she rolls too? Because she seems to be like that nimble kind of person.
Yeah, she definitely can roll as well.
Ooh, crits?
You were gonna drop it, but she got.
You all can see how Farwell is kind of giving this like the food to trying to pass it over, and it kind of bends to the left side, and the food starts dropping. But the rapid movements from her side, kind of like grabbing everything, and Farva regains the balance and pass it all to another side. She's like carefully looking at it as a greatest treasure, and oh, you, here it's for you. And she gives the piece of meat with the bone to the dwarf, meanwhile trying to thank you thank you thank you. It's been a while. Ooh, that could be interesting. You hear the voice of a dwarf as he is currently just looking at this bone in his hands, and he, like, as if he is having, like, holding a precious, like a Fabergé egg. He's like looking at from all. That maybe. Sometimes when
Oh,
I'm so he puts the
Yeah.
pieces out and gives it to Gaki, and he starts doing something with the bone. You're not able to see what.
But I can deduct. Nice. So I'm talking to Gaki. Hey, your friend, he seems to be doing something with the bone. Like, I think, I don't know,
Ouch.
he's getting busy with something. Just don't disturb him, but I think we kind of need to join forces to leave this place.
Leave? Yeah, I've seen so much terrible places in here. That's not a place I would like to come back ever. Leaving? Yeah, I am all up for leaving. Even
we
this
need to.
pessimistic sack of old dwarf balls, I think he also would like to leave.
Yeah, I mean, we should do it quiet and wait for the right moment. But I feel like, I mean, Farge you said, right? Farge was his name. He seemed, I mean, he's a dwarf. Maybe he's like, I don't know, proficient with all kinds of tools or so. And I mean, you remember the manacles we have? We need to get rid of those. I suppose by tomorrow. We definitely need a day to rest before we can do anything. So I think the time to escape would be a bit later. But maybe he can figure something out. Like, you see, and I show her, like, the inside. There are those runes. They prevent us from using magic.
Ooh,
If
so you know magic. You know more about magic. Can you teach me?
there's no time, but
All
maybe
right.
you can convince your friend. Maybe he has some idea how we can get rid of those runes in any way. Because if we can use magic, then the chances that all of us are getting out are quite high, at least higher. Try to convince them. We only get out of here alive altogether. Okay. We have some
Sure,
time to work on him.
if you promise that you are taking us with you.
Of course, once we get out of here, we'll definitely try to take with us. I think we'll meet you anyways on the way out, so it would be in our best interest.
It's the best piece of news I've heard since last time I saw the sun. Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Just don't do anything rushed. Okay, we need to plan this and we need to be aligned. And I really need you to get Farge on our side here. I think we really need him. Like, maybe he has an idea about those manacles. For now, I think we need some rest, but after that, at some point, we should join forces and get out of here.
Okay. Yeah, she's listening to you, and she gets back to the other side of the cell, not really raising up, but really crawling. And as you all finishing your meals, you feel that in the past day has been quite eventful, and you have done a lot of things and experienced a lot of heat and spent a lot of energy, and now for the first time your stomachs feel full, and even the stone wall of your current cell seems to be fine for now, seems to be satisfying as you're quickly adjusting to a changing environment around you. So would you like to do a long rest?
I think so.
Mm.
Of course, I briefed the other two of the conversation I had with Gaki, and that I kind of, yeah, think maybe the dwarf could help us. He seemed to be doing something with a bone. So yeah, but I think it's time for a long rest.
Yeah, please mark a long rest for you, as even though you're not in a friendly environment here, you had a meal, and no one is disturbing you really here because you are not behaving wildly or angrily. You're just there, just meat in a cell, and you regain your HP, you regain your spell slot, but you're still not able to. The shackles are still on you. So as the time of the long rest passes, you see how Gaki is closing out to the dwarf. They have a brief conversation, and then she is taking something from him and crawling back to you, to the wall. Hey, you, Faf, Fardalt, Farkalt, what was your name?
It's
Make it
far
shorter
old.
for her.
Oh, so,
Farf.
yes,
Let me call me
Farf.
Farf.
Farf. That's okay. Sounds dwarvish. Farf. So, hey, I have something. And she's taking something from her side and looking at the guard, who's keeping like zero interest at you, as of now. And she throws something your direction to the ground.
Okay.
It lands right next to the bars, and you can snatch it, no problem.
Nice.
Arvald, you're currently holding in your hands a bone lockpick.
I knew it. It's a dwarf. Yes. Great. Okay, I think since it's made out of bone, there's a very high chance that it actually breaks. So I just nod to Gaki, and I'm like on my way back, like not drawing any attention, so depressed and so on, heading towards Bob, because I know some. Because I
Bob?
know that he is at least a bit proficient.
How's your meditation going, Bob?
I mean, just woke up and thinking about the locks and about lockpicking. I was dreaming about lockpicking the whole night. In my dream, I was thinking about lockpicking, so I wake up with a lot of inspiration for lockpicking.
So as you were just waking up, still having this like item in your mind, thinking about, wow, would be nice to have one of them. Really handy. See how Farwell crawls down to you. And shows you in his hands the object from your dreams.
Good. Is it like super early still, or all the guards are awake? I mean,
As you are
I don't
looking
know,
around, nothing has changed. It's impossible for you to judge which time of day or night it is.
So how many guards were there in total in the end? You were observing
around 50. I counted around 50. Total amount of, and including the commander.
It's too many. Unless we explode something, like.
Oh, we run really fast.
Faster than a
I mean,
run really
I can
fast.
still dimension doors out of here. I'm full spell slots. I mean, not out of here, but away from them at least.
I have dimension.
Yeah, that's 150 meters distance that you can make.
100. What? I have
170
500.
roughly.
Is
Yeah. That's something. I can do it twice.
I can do it 3 times.
Hmm.
Now, Bob, is the time when you say you can do it 4 times. And that way we keep going, and DM can't argue.
I will continue like going up until we get
Exactly.
No. I say we get no. I mean, I don't know. I just need to get this lock picked open, or I
The
want to
question is
scratch
when.
out the runes.
Yeah.
I want to
So-
remove the
How?
runes now.
How?
So, okay, let's think what we should do. So, we know we have had a long rest, we've had something to eat. She's gonna come talk to us rather sooner than later.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be in the middle of lockpicking then, and maybe we should still have our manacles on when she comes to talk to us. Or at least it should look that way. Okay?
So,
So-
what I suggest. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you suggest? I
No, go ahead.
suggest that you use the small dagger that you are super proficient with,
Mm-hmm.
that looks like it's built especially for scratching runes out of surfaces. Because it's a magical weapon, it should has effect. And you should try to scratch the runes from my wrists. Don't
gonna
be
bleed.
afraid to. There
Kill
should
it?
be no blood. There should be no blood. Well, I don't know,
Did you
DM.
take?
Actually,
Are you
no.
still
It should.
human?
It should still work. It should. It's my feature. It's not a spell, so it just works after a long rest.
What works?
Once per long rest. Blah blah blah. The word.
Did you cast any spells?
I don't cast it. It just happens.
No, you need to
I
cast
know.
a spell for having a word, right? So you don't have a word there.
I mean, when I cast, something happens, but after the long rest, it's just there. It's it exists.
Tell us
without
what you are
me-
talking about.
The word, the arcane word.
Once per long rest when you cast an abjuration spell. So you need to cast a spell
Oh.
to get
Shit. So you need to cast a spell. I don't know. The Bob doesn't know that, so he believes there would be no blood,
Oh my god.
and
so
he
you wanna
totally
bleed.
believes in the power of Irene. Totally.
Is he saying that out loud?
No. I'm
Wanna-
not saying that out loud. I'm saying that the Bob would expect his powers to work because that's what he believes. He's protected.
We know.
Yeah, just maybe let's try do this. And I don't know. Let's try.
I mean, it's my packed weapon. I can
Yes.
decide what form it will have. So
Exactly.
I want it to be shaped like not like this, but slightly tilting upwards so that the point of it goes upwards, so that we have a better angle for scratching. Is that possible?
It could also be
Sure.
totally, like not sharp on the edges. So it should only be sharp at the point. So you don't cut me if you wiggle it.
Could do, but I mean, then just imagine.
That
all
basically
of a
becomes
sudden,
a stiletto.
yeah, and then all of a sudden we need a dagger, and then we don't
Like a
have
needle.
one at least.
I mean, you do your thing, and just do
Okay.
your thing.
No, okay. I give it the form of what did you call this, stiletto, kind of, and yeah, like trying to look like very very sad and depressed meat, not doing anything suspicious. I just
Okay.
well, I
Please-
take Bob's wrist and then go to work.
Please roll a sleight of
But
hand.
starting on this side, yeah, so that I cannot hurt his main arteries.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Farwell.
What? Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Can I not roll for medicine then instead?
I mean, not yet.
Yeah, good point. Animal handling. Anything with a bonus.
Just a sleight of hand, please.
I'm gonna assist you. You should have advantage.
It's fine. I have a 17. I'm good.
I'm
You're
not
good.
sure, how good are you?
So as you're trying to use the pointy of your stiletto on the outer side of the manacles, you actually have to apply quite some force, and the usage of your armor actually helps a lot in trying to do anything. You can see that because it's a magical weapon, it leaves a bit of marks on the manacles, which is also a magical weapon. You notice that there is a bit of the scratches coming out from the outer side. But when you think about, after several minutes of trying to hide your efforts and trying not to look completely suspicious, you finish your work and you try to look what's happening on the top. And with the results that you currently see, you think that if you try to do exactly the same thing on the inner side, and with the amount of runes which are there, it would take some days for you to complete it all, or to at least ruin the symbols in there of a continuous work. So it definitely leaves the marks. You can engrave your own name in there. Farwald was here, but
Far.
or Bob. Yes, but yeah.
Okay,
Harvard, is it done? Is it over? Success? I'm gonna try
complete
spell.
complete success. You can use your spells now.
Bob, you
Go
feel as you're trying to cast a spell, you feel abandoned by Irene.
Nah, actually, they're magical manacles. I don't think we can really pierce them. I mean, it might take days. So if we're trapped here for days, it's an option.
Okay, then.
But we could still try the lockpicking. That might actually be quicker.
And then what? They're gonna come in and see us without manacles?
I mean, we have to do it at the time after they came in, because I suppose like once a day or so she'll come to talk to us. Or we don't know, but supposedly she's not gonna come twice in a row. She's gonna come, then there's gonna be some time. And once she came and talked to us, we know that we'll have time. And that's the time when we should take off the manacles. Or maybe talking to her, something else happens, right? We still have the dual approach here.
Do you have where to hide the lockpick? Are you able to hide it?
I mean, we can just hide it somewhere in our clothes. They're not gonna search us. They searched us already. It's small. I don't think that's much of an issue. We could hide it in the cell, like I don't know, under some waste or whatever they wouldn't want to touch.
We can also try to lockpick the door.
Sure.
Then gonna stab the guard, get our items, go from there.
But I feel like, first
Gonna
get
be
off the
cute.
manacles.
If we do it like that, it's like
What?
That was just the conversation was building so nicely, building up the plans, and we're gonna get killed.
It's typical Rafe, like we are being
Doing-
burdened. She's like, let's talk, let's discuss it.
yes, but like we already know that we were not able to fight like 5 people. now there are like 10 times more around.
That
How
was
would it
one
work?
level before.
We have the dwarf and we have Gaki. So it will be a bit different. And this time they will not surprise us, but we'll surprise them. And this time we know whom we need to kill. That's the mage.
Yeah, basically just the mage, and that's it. Like, just the mage.
I mean, if we don't kill him in the first round, we're probably dead. That's what I'm trying to say. After that, we have chances. But
So, as you are discussing this, Ray, notice that there is a movement behind your backs.
behind her
and
back.
yes, outside of the cells, and you notice how the priestess is approaching yourself. And what happens?
Back.
Let's take a short break, 5 minutes, and then we see what happens.
All right.
And we are back after the pause, where the Power Rangers found some interesting conversation partners in a nearby cell, as well as now they are just about to converse with a priestess of Loth for the second time.
Okay.
Yes, just as a bit of interesting thing for you, so you asked to show you the card which the guard picked. So I can show you the design only, but not the.
You're not gonna tell us what it does.
I'm not gonna tell you what it does. Would you like to see?
Yes.
Nah, we're fine.
Yeah,
Of
yeah, we
course
don't
you
want
want to see it.
Okay, Gerhard, close your eyes.
What? You don't want to see it already?
So do you want to see
Of
it? Do you want to see the
course.
design or not?
Yes,
Of course we
DM.
want to
I would
see it.
really like to see this. Please.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. My best
So
guess is
no
that
guesses,
every
nothing. So as the priestess of Loth opens the cell door, you noticed exactly the same company, the commander behind your left shoulder, two soldiers, one of them carrying a small bench, and she's sitting down right in front of you, and she sees that currently Farvald is by one side of the wall next to Bob, but they're currently more alive than before. The meat. Got some meat. Getting juicy. But the way how they recover, it's quite remarkable. And there seems to be like a thoughts out loud. So, are you one of the Epicus?
Oh, you were researching, yes. Did you ask about me? Or I can't ask. But it would be okay if you want to tell me what you know about my family now.
I mean, based on what I see now, you are one of the Epicus. And that puts us in a very interesting situation.
Really?
Yes.
They want to trade you, probably.
Or
sacrifice you.
We always wanted to extend our reach further east, but we're always at issues with the surrounding and the people and nations there. Seeing you as, let's say, one of their representatives of the Epicus family, what could you offer for us?
From my family, I don't know, I'm not here as a princess. I'm telling you, I'm a princess, but I'm not doing anything that has to do with the family.
Nah, stop this spectacle. Once a princess, always a princess.
Yes, but not fulfilling the duties as princess.
Duties? Oh, I forgot. Right. You have a bit different ideas about duties.
Yes. I was trying to change that, and that's why I just left, and I don't have to follow what father said, right? That's how the kingdom works. Like, it's
following one of the men so low.
Yeah. Wow. He brought me to the world.
That was
There's
his
some
fault.
loyalty in that.
And What about the tomb you have left?
Yes.
Can you tell me now? How do you pass through it?
Will the guardians have questions about history? If you know the answers, at least on our case, they would let you through.
Yeah, I've heard the question. What is the answer?
What did they ask you? It could be that they ask different things to different people trying to pass.
Raif, roll for insight.
Oh. Not getting a lot. 9.
9.
Mm.
You feel you're just about to be scolded, but maybe worse. Have I not been grateful enough? Have I not spared the meat which came with you? Especially the one that shouted the name of a cursed one. She looks at the Bob.
This one.
Do you want to see him die?
No, I need him. I mean, I could get a replacement, but I would prefer to keep him from now.
Tell me the answer.
Tell her the answer. Meet.
The answer is Grassus Vado.
What? You just told her?
Milady.
No, why? But that's the only reason we're still alive. You just gave that to her. Now we
What?
are truly
Should I
mean.
disobey the order? What the fuck do you want?
Wait, something happened. The music bot has died and our
Yes.
stream has
The
been
first
corrupted.
victim.
She
Okay.
just ordered me, basically,
let's
to tell.
But I mean, we need some security. Like
I don't want to die. Like, she was just
Yeah.
threatening to kill me.
Exactly.
I don't care what they do with this. They can take this place.
Honestly, it's really empty, so it isn't
Nah,
like there's
it's not.
nothing there that might be
Okay,
of value for
let's
us.
wait
For them,
until
we don't care.
They're soul crystals, and we have to trade this for our lives somehow.
Might be too late to trade if we're all dead. Like they're not. I mean, they were threatening to
really
execute
just
me.
maybe if she wants to take
I'm
us
not
with
dying
her,
because of some crystals. They can take the crystals.
they can take all the crystals if they want. If that is what they think they're gonna find there, if she doesn't really
I
believe
mean,
me that
it
it's
will
really
buy us
empty.
at least like one day until they go and check and they come back. Like we have at least one night, day.
Maybe they'll even take us
she
there too.
is listening to your answer. She is taking a note of it. And you notice how she raises her right hand. She stands up and she is leaving the cell. At the same time, talking with the commander.
Good. Half of them will leave.
Okay, yeah, that's new perspective.
So the commander is closing the door behind, and they all seem to be departing further away from your line of vision in the center of the camp. She didn't say any other word after your answer, Bob, so.
I'm alive.
I mean, for now
Did
we're
everyone leave?
worthless.
Like, are we alone now?
Yes, it's just you alone, and the same guard is back in the same spot. He doesn't care
And the
about
guard
you.
go with them. Maybe they need him too. No.
He just has to kill them, and the secret will be safe. I mean, I'm guessing it just she knows that, and her commander knows that. So, you know, the secret is not yet spread out widely.
So what do
Anyway,
you
I don't
suggest
care
we
what
kill
they do.
them?
Honestly, like, it's really an empty place. They expected to find there what was already unsealed and
I
released
mean,
late.
If we can live another day, we can also always try to kill them back. If we die now, you know, there's no chance to kill them.
No, we won't die. She'll see that she can trust us when she can go through.
She doesn't care about us. Maybe she will let you go, but us,
No,
I don't
but
think so.
come on, she would have killed you.
She would have if I
mm,
wouldn't answer.
Bob,
I mean, we
roll
could have
for
come up with anything.
you can all roll for perception.
Perception. My favorite roll, 10.
10.
Wow.
One more 10.
So what have we got?
Rafe, you notice that there is a shadow currently somewhere above on the ceiling of the cave, moving quite fastly towards the center of the camp. And as it's getting moving on further on closer, you hear the command barking, and there's a shadow kind of jumping from the top ceiling down to the ground. And you notice that the formation of the guards together with the priestess currently departing from the camp to the northwest direction exit.
Northwest. Memorizing northwest.
So this time you
Mostly.
notice that the group consists of more soldiers than previously saw before, and one of them has just the one that you've just seen jumping from the ceiling has just joined the group.
Oh, I was one of them.
Where did he
Wait,
come from? Was he like guarding us?
Spider-Man.
apparently. Shit, so maybe he noticed the talks. But how was he kind of spider climbing, or like how did he do it?
Standing, just walking the same way as during the fight when the drow soldiers were on the ceiling.
Ah, yeah, right, they can do that.
Can they?
Yeah, I mean, basically they have like the spider walk, right? That's what they used in the last fight, but I just remembered now.
Oh yeah, the archers. Okay. Maybe they do have. I thought it was just a combat skill. How
So
many
how
of
many
them
of
left?
them left? Yeah.
So you definitely noticed a dozen leaving the camp.
How much is it? Does
12.
12?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it like literally 3 of them remained?
Currently,
We don't
your
know, there might be
visibility,
more.
you see only the guardsmen of the prisoners in your view.
How many are those?
One.
The
Same.
one guards.
Yeah, the one sitting next to the pile of things.
Okay. I think if there's a time to break out, then it's now. Should we risk it? Or should we just, I don't know, hope for them coming back, please, and release us? Because I don't believe in it.
Let's wait, like, 5 minutes so they leave.
Of
Like,
course. I mean, while we wait, we have to try to get off the manacles. Because that will take some time. And then we have to also crack the door open or so.
does the cell have ceiling or it's transparent roof?
The
Good
cell,
question.
it
Yeah.
has the same metallic bars.
Okay, so they didn't see us from top, even if there's someone. Ah, the bars. It's
The bars,
bars.
they are kind of like have a distance between them, but
Brave, do you see anyone above us?
Try to use my.
as you are trying to look above with your dark vision, checking for the silhouette, you see a few columns of stalactites growing there, and you notice a few niches where maybe that person was in there, but you don't notice anyone actively visible in there.
Look
Okay.
safe now.
Okay, then Bob, I think you're most proficient with thievery tools. Now's the time. Unmanacle.
I guess that's the time. I mean, can we spend, not one action, but like a minute, like 10 actions to very carefully lockpick the lock?
I mean,
Not
I
try
We
to
have
break it?
time. Yes.
we have to lockpick 4 locks, right? So we'll need time anyways. We have to
I
hope
mean, we have
that,
to lockpick at least your lock so you can kill the guard, and after that you can get the keys
but
from
how can
that
I
guard.
kill the guard if I mean, we need at least to lockpick 2 locks, right? One for the manacles and one for the cell doors.
I don't know. I need to use my power of intellect to find out, would it be more realistic to lockpick my own lock or someone else's lock? What is more,
Someone
if I have my
else's.
hands like that, I probably
Yes.
cannot lockpick my own.
So it would be definitely easier to lockpick any other object except for your own.
Okay, so forward. Tell
Mhm.
our friends nearby to prepare
Yeah,
for
I'll do
for
that.
flash. And
So having my sad man's walk, sitting down, be like, "Hey Gaki, you awake?"
There is no answer.
Is the fuck?
Oh my
Wait,
god, they
what?
killed her.
No, they didn't kill her. She's asleep or just weak or something. Falkrun. Hello to the dwarf. Are you there?
You see this like barrel kind of a figure moving out away from the wall, getting closer. Yeah, you, what?
So, thank you for the lockpick. As you saw, like many of the guards just left the camp, and we feel like now might be the time to take some action. Could you open your own locks?
If I could, would I be there? Ah?
He gave us
Okay.
what he didn't use.
Hmm. Okay. So, what's with Gaki? Why she's not responding? Is she there?
Ah, this lazy brat is just, I don't know, sleep.
Wake her up gently, because we might need her
He
help
hits her
with the
with
fire.
the right shoe. And she is immediately making a roll and kind of stands up. You notice how her fiery hair is kind of like raising up, and she's looking. What you piece of old sack balls? What?
Calming her down. Kaki, like, I think now's the time. Lots of guards left, and we want you to be on edge, both of you, because
I'm
we
on
might need
edge.
you.
I'm like, I'm gonna cut your beard.
Yeah, we need him. Let him live. We might need your trick with the fire. If I give you any sign, then use it, but don't if I don't give you any sign, okay? We're trying to get out. Let's see what we can do, but you two be alert.
Okay. Don't you ever wake me up this way.
wondering if Rafe can assist me somehow in lockpicking forwards. Maybe she can hold his hands or something.
I also have Dave's tools, so I should be able to assist.
Proficiency? Are you proficient?
I mean, it says tools.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
then
it's
you're
proficient.
proficient.
Mm-hmm. Proficient even. Oh,
How
nice.
much are you proficient on terms of sleight of hand
It
proficient?
doesn't matter.
No, nothing.
Ah,
So,
In terms of sleight of hand, nothing.
Bob, that would be a help action from Rafe.
Yeah.
Wait.
So you help. I lockpick, right?
Okay, I'll then. You mean
Hold
like
his hands.
holding, making sure that it's like it's not moving. Okay.
Okay.
But proficiency means you can add your proficiency bonus to the action.
She has
right?
plus. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not about a help action. It just gives advantage. Okay, Bob, please roll for sleight of hand with advantage.
I will.
For Farvel's hand, if hands, I assume.
What?
Twice?
uh,
Because of the help.
can I use my
Okay, it should be
inspiration?
okay.
It
Really?
should be okay.
Should
I
it
mean-
be fine?
I mean, did I know that I lockpicked it or the
Please tell me your roll.
15 and 15. Two
So,
times.
As you are trying to use the bone lockpick in your hands, you find it quite hard to actually navigate and try to open up the manacles. But you are skillful enough not to break the lockpick in your hands. So the lock is still there in place. The lockpick is still there as well. That would be too low to open it up.
Inspiration. Any,
Sure,
Can
you
I use inspiration for that roll?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I remove inspiration and I click again.
Yes.
Oh my god. Sleight of hand, right? Okay.
Would that still be with advantage because Rafe is so assisting?
No, it's just this one roll.
Yeah, it can only.
Okay.
Fourth?
Yeah.
I mean-
All good. No. I think.
Lockpick is broken. The lockpick is
What?
broken.
No.
Don't tell me it's one.
No, it's not. It's not one. Everything's
What-
fine. But
what is
it's almost 15, so it didn't work.
Okay. Then
Okay.
it's the same result. Yeah.
Good.
As you're currently
one
grouped
plus
up.
4.
It's one.
It's 1 plus 3.
It's four.
Does it really count? Because it's like inspiration, and I don't know.
I mean, how can you break a lockpick with your inspiration?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's supposed to be the opposite way.
So yeah, with as the guard sees you all being grouped up, doing the help action all together,
Hug or something.
he is approaching. He's looking deeper in you, and he sees you actually doing something with hands, and he's approaching you closer. Bob, as you're being completely occupied by that with the help, in the last moment
holding hands.
you see the guard
scared.
approaching the cell, and you're trying to kind of like make this move as smooth as possible, as well as like try to remove your hands and kind of like stand normally. And as this happens, the tip of the bone lockpick break it in half. There is the sound of bone
One
hearing,
like
and you see that the guard is extremely interested in what is happening. He is unsheathing his sword, and he is taking one of the keys to open up the cell. What do you do?
Oh. Okay, guys, here's the plan. Here's the plan. Like, once he comes in, you two need to try to grapple him. Okay? He cannot kill you right away. Maybe you bleed something, but you need to grapple him, but he cannot move, and I just cut his throat.
I'm gonna back off.
Yeah, I mean,
And since that's not enough, yeah, okay, that's what. But we should. Yeah, We should
Right.
surprise him with that. He's not gonna expect it. So I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
preparing
you
the
have the
dagger.
weapon. I forgot you have the weapon.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm preparing the dagger like yes, so that it'll be ready that I can just quickly draw it.
Between the both
Okay.
of us, right?
Yeah, he opens up the cell with
I'm
his sword at the
backing up.
ready.
I'm backing up so that he will kind of turn his back to forward, kind of. I don't know if there's a way to like, if he really goes for me.
Yeah, maybe we should just split up, like go spread out, so that he
Looking
has to
scared.
focus attention on one.
He's raising his sword.
Yeah.
He looks at
Looking
you all.
scared.
No, he's looking more of a...
I'm looking scared.
He looks like a predator next to the prey.
Meat, right?
Okay.
Next to the meat. Okay, let's see what
I
happens.
even have proficiency with lockpicking.
Okay. He is aiming at Bob.
Backing up, covering my face with manacles.
So
I don't know. You
currently-
probably
Okay,
can
I
use
thought we were gonna try to
Draw his
Yeah.
attention. Say praise Irene. Something like that.
exactly.
No, not praise Irene. Not praise Irene, because the book will answer. Just Irene, just quietly. We don't want the whole camp to know.
I'm gonna fall on my knees and like Irene, kind of like, you know, like a, yeah. So he will probably go for killing me or something like that, and will get distracted by this. He should understand Irene. You know, the
That's
other guys.
17 hit, Bob.
Yes, but I have manacles, so is it?
That's gives you disadvantage on every attack against you.
Oh, okay, good. I mean, Farwak, are you gonna stab him or something?
Okay. The moment when he's actually lashing onto Bob, I look at Rafe and nod, and we jump on him like together.
Yes,
And
just
Rafe
do it, yeah.
remembers she's gonna grapple him, so that he cannot move.
Bob, so as this lands, take 5 slashing and 17 poison damage.
Poison damage.
5
Ah, those-
slashing.
But you have
Those
all points now, but
17. Okay.
Those sneaky bastards. They have everything out of the category of sneaky, right? Like
Yes,
poison,
and
walking
exactly
on
in
walls.
this moment, Rafe and Farwelt united try to jump on the guard. What exactly are you trying to achieve? Like pin him to the ground?
I think like Ray should just try to pin him so that he cannot move. And what I'm
Yeah, I'll try
trying to do
strength. Yeah.
is I'll just try to lay open his neck or his throat, and then I just take the dagger and pierce him as many times as I can, as quickly as possible.
So first of all, you need to try to pin him. So that would be a contested grapple, I would say. So on your side, I would rule that it's whether acrobatics or athletics on both of you, and he's trying to avoid it.
Okay. Then I'm going for.
Can I help already? I mean, I
Athletics.
already
I'm
got slashed.
dead.
Not you,
How
Bob.
can you be
Just
dead?
them two.
Well, because I got a 4.
I got a 13.
Yeah, let's see what he got.
Please.
He
Elite
also, he also got
Elite.
13. If I'm correct.
Okay.
Mm.
But I mean, it was like a
Yeah,
together
it's like
thing.
2 on
so
1.
like,
Yeah.
so still the sum of both of ours is still more than his.
Can you
So,
see it in
no?
the chat? And can you see it in the rolls? What he got?
No.
No.
Should be
The last
okay.
time was saw 17.
Yeah, should be 13. So since it's 2 on 1 and it's 13 plus 4, I would say even though
17.
as clumsy as Rave is in grappling, you are managing to put him both to the ground, and currently both of your bodies, and he is kind of like rapidly trying to, like, his hands are currently also not really allowing you to give him like a proper slashes. Bob, you're currently standing up. You have an action.
I wanna silence him, or pin his sword. Well, he can still attack, right? If he's grappled or not?
Yes.
He's grappled
I mean-
or not?
Yeah, he's. I would say currently he's restrained.
I'm gonna try to silence him with, I don't know, do we see a ball still or leftovers of some trash? Or
No, but
not on the
wait,
camera.
I mean, there has to be some trash. It's not like clean camera.
But I mean, it's too early, right? We first need to win the fight. Or
I don't want him to call
Bob,
for
what do you
help.
do?
yeah.
I'm
okay,
silencing
yeah.
with my fucking hands, manacles, whatever, so he doesn't scream, trying to shut his mouth.
As he is, as you're trying to put your hands and trying to, he's like releasing and trying also to bite you.
Yeah,
And,
it's fine.
and yeah, that's not really giving you any piercing damage. He is currently gag you from a nearby cell. Yeah, do it to him. Like she's actively
Gold.
actively cheering up for you, and the dwarf is like very interestingly observing what's happening. Yes, currently this is a struggle 3-on-1. So he has another action. He's trying to ungrapple and move out. Let's see what happens. So, can you see the roll? Should be visible.
Yes.
13.
13.
Again, 13. Yes, Rafe, Farwell. This time, okay, maybe then Bob or Rafe. If you'd like to keep him pinning, it's going to be strength from you. You should roll 13 or more.
Damn no.
Ooh.
I ran out of good rolls now.
Yeah, it's a 6.
12.
Oh.
I didn't have 13.
So-
Farwell, they just stab him. Like,
He's
what are
just
you
about
doing?
to disengage.
Yeah, what
just
was the
about
thing?
to.
Why
Farwell,
didn't you-
what do
Yeah.
you do?
Why are you
Because
not
DM
stabbing
said
him?
we have to grapple him first. But I mean, do I
Just-
have a clear shot? Can I
We
just
are
ram that
grappling
thing
him.
right
You
into?
just stab him.
Can I just ram that thing right into his
Roll
neck?
for attack. Yes.
Okay.
Come on,
I
you're
would
not gonna
attack
miss.
with advantage because he's on the floor.
Farwell, you're not
So
gonna
what should I roll?
miss, right?
D20 or so?
The attack
Wait
with
a
the
sec.
dagger.
Yeah, I just it's a +1 dagger, but doesn't count here, right? Because I don't have a normal dagger equipped. We can just deduct 1, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Like, you cannot miss. Like, really.
It's a struggle
Come
on the
on.
floor with several bodies rolling.
I mean, I have a +6, but I rolled a 5.
So you
So
have
it's
advantage.
11. Advan-
wow.
Yes, because he's on the ground.
Yes, 19 with 3 piercing damage.
It's gonna be a long fight. That's from 1,000 strikes.
But I mean, let's be realistic here. Okay, this guy has got HP, but right now I'm just taking dagger and ramming it right into his neck. How many times
Okay,
can you survive
let's
that?
do it.
20 times?
I would do a rule of cool, as in this
Okay.
case it's not about HP but about your positioning.
Yeah.
So Farwell, please tell us how does it happen.
Okay, since even though they have big struggles, they're kind of holding him down. He cannot protect his neck. I have the opportunity to quickly draw the dagger and ram it like 5, 6, 7 times into his neck until I make sure that he's not gonna stand up again. No.
Yeah, he's like.
Bob is like not really succeeding into silencing him, remember? So as these slashes are happening, your metallic half-plate armor is hitting his armor, and there is like ding! As somebody is just cracking nuts in this area of the cave. And soon after, the guard is kind of like releasing already his sword and kind of like doing the last convulses.
Quick.
Succumbs to death.
Keys.
He's dead. What do you do?
Keys.
Okay. You guys search for keys. Then we
don't need
rush
to
out.
search.
No,
saw
we
where
need
to
to
them,
get
right? Or they...
manacles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Need to get off manacles ASAP. Then we go for our stuff, and then we release those other two. And while the two are looking for the keys, I conjure a new packed weapon, and this time I'm going for a longsword.
I mean, did we get out of the manacles?
Not yet, but I
Right.
still want a longsword.
Yeah, with your efforts, you're able to free your legs, so you have now easy movement, but not the hands, not the manacles, which prevent you from the casting spells. Only the Farvald is currently holding in his two hands a long sword, basically using it as a two-handed weapon.
Because we didn't find the keys for the manacles?
I mean, the two are looking for the keys on the corpse.
I thought
As
that all the
you
keys were together.
as you are going through the keys, there is nothing that looks like keys from the manacles themselves. However,
But
you
he
find the
opened the
one
door.
from the cage.
But he has to have other keys for the other cages, right?
Correct.
Okay, then let's free the other prisoners.
I can still go for my stuff, and I should have lockpicks in my bag of
Yeah.
holding, which should I only be able to access, should be untouched. I want to get the lockpicks from there and try to...
Yeah, you all
Brave,
can
come
see.
over here.
You all can see how
We can all
Bob
leave
rushes
the
to the
cell,
pile.
right?
Yes, it's open. How Bob rushes outside of the cell and tries to piling up in the things, trying to find his stuff. Ray follows him shortly. Farwell, what do you do? You're currently in the middle of a cell with a longsword at ready.
Yeah, I'm following them, going outside, grabbing my stuff.
Hey,
and
take us! What the hell? You see how she...
So I calmed them. Like, psst, psst. Yes, we're looking for the key, and we need your help. We need to get off those fucking manacles, or we
We know
cannot
we already have the
survive a
key
fight.
from the other cell. We found it. So you can just open it.
Okay, so are you opening the cell already, or?
No, we're looking for
We're
lockpick.
getting our things, kind of. I'm getting my things put together, my bag.
Yeah.
Still.
Okay. Yeah. Same.
I mean,
Same for me, getting the most important things. And meanwhile, I talked to Gaki and the dwarf, and I was saying, okay, we're gonna find the key to your cell, and we're gonna let you out, but we need you to keep calm, because only way we get out of fear alive is if we work together as a group. Work together as a group. Yes.
okay, like that is okay. Just no noise.
And ask your dwarf friend if he can get those manacles off us. We need those. We need to be able to fight. We need magic, or otherwise we cannot protect you. Or we cannot do anything.
If I would have strong enough pile of iron, like the spear of iron, or something that I could use as a lever, or maybe they have some blacksmith tools here, maybe I could deal with those, no problem.
Okay, great. So letting you out in a second. So maybe those other the party's already done with picking up the stuff. Did we see
I
any
was
of
able
the keys?
to.
Yes, you have found.
Ah, okay, then. I think I'm approaching the other cell, and then I'm just releasing the two.
I should have one thief's tools set with me that has a set of lockpicks. I want to try lockpicking Raves. No.
But
Nothing is happening.
before I open the door, while I open the door, I'm really trying to talk to Gaki, like trying to get in her mind. I try to persuade her. We have not been detected yet. Keep calm. Don't make noise.
You see
The
that
longer we
she's
are,
like she's kind of biting her own like hand, but the tips of her hair is kind of like lighting up. She's like a mini torch of herself, but with the
Gaki.
amount of excitement she.
Gaki, you can do this.
Door.
I believe. So while opening the door, I believe in you. You can do this. Just keep calm. Later we can wreak havoc on them. Okay, later. But first we need to get in shape to fight, which means we need to get off those manacles. I need you to keep calm until then.
Bob.
So I'm
you,
persuading her. Do I have any effect
did you
on
open
this?
the door?
I'm in the process, but I'm using my persuasion skills. Can I please roll?
Hypnotize.
So are you trying to intimidate her or persuade her?
No, persuade her.
Okay, sure.
We're in good terms.
Roll for persuasion against her character.
27.
Wow.
Is it a crit?
No,
It's
no.
not a crit, but it's
Not
close.
even a crit.
I have +9.
Pretty good.
Okay.
She was persuaded.
Just convince
She-
everyone to let us go.
She seemed to be quite under effect of your charisma, and she's kind of making even a step back from the cell, like waiting for it to be open. Because the
Okay.
doors are opening inside, not outside.
Okay, so then I nod to her and then I open the door.
Yes, the door opens with a bit of a squeak, and as it opens up, they both are running out past you, running to the pile of stuff which is currently with Bob and Rafe. Bob and Rafe, you can mark off your items from place in there.
Wow.
I mean, they're all the items there on the ground. If you're trying to recollect them,
Mm-hmm.
it would be just there.
But you removed them, right?
I didn't remove anything from you.
Well, I don't have anything anymore.
What? Wait a second. Me too.
I
Backpack
don't have
0.
a backpack. I don't have a bag of
Component
clothing.
pouch 0. What happened?
I
I only
didn't
have my
touch
money.
anything.
I also have 0 inventory. No,
Exactly.
wait a second. No, okay, wait. There are two. I think they kind of changed the interface. So there's a section which says backpack, component pouch, and then if you scroll down, there's equipment, and equipment should
Yes.
be everything that we have. It's weird. Menu's new.
So they now you can actually now put stuff into
In a
backpack.
backpack, yeah.
I still have the miner's pick. Great.
Ah,
no, we can get for the manacles. Yeah.
We have high quality miners pick even,
I also
right?
have miner's pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, normal.
Or I can conjure a miner's pick pact weapon, which is magical, so it actually destroys the manacles. And crushes my wrist.
If the
to fly
dwarf,
around.
let's try that before I lockpick. I don't believe in my lockpicking skills anymore.
I'd rather go for the lockpicking because I mean, if you crush onto those manacles and you have your wrist below and you roll a 1 or so, then I mean, what happens? Then we get rid of the manacles, but also of our hands, right?
Suicide. Yeah.
Okay,
Then-
so I will lockpick Rafe's manacles, and you with the dwarf do the lock or the pickaxe.
Or
Right, on
maybe
your-
I asked the Falkrum, can you lockpick?
He looks at it. I can try to break through it, but lockpicking, nah.
Just give him the pickaxe.
Okay.
He's 5 feet away.
He
Okay,
is,
here,
Sure, pickaxe.
Okay. Yeah. Just try to get off those manacles without crushing my wrists. Otherwise, Yeah, the draw will come and kill you.
So he kind of grabs your hands in his
Mhm.
palms, massive palms. He's like looking around and looking at how to apply it, looking at the pickaxe at his hand. He's kind of like trying to put it closer to the ground, maybe to the wall, like what would be the best lever. And then he basically uses the corner of the stone which is there and the chair which the guard was using as a lever. He puts it in and he tries to break through it. Let's see if it works.
Alright, I know a trick. Put two pickaxes together against each other, and then pull their levers. And put the tip of the pickaxe inside the chain piece, and then use the two pickaxes at the same time.
And this doesn't.
That's
crack
how
my
you
wrist?
easily always break any chains or any lock. Like even a
Yes,
kid
it-
can do it.
Okay.
So then no.
That's a good idea.
It's like a
The dwarf is saying, yeah, that actually just might work. Do you have two more? He's taking another pickaxe. Okay, you here, just jump on this thing, as you need to use the left side of the pillar, and he himself also jumps on the right side. And you notice how the two chains, they kind of start bending out with the weight, and he's starting like jumping on a place, and it starts. It opens up with a great ding. Farewell, you are free from the manacles. You feel that the magic source has been regained to you. But as this happens, you see two guards walking towards your direction.
Do I see the shields?
It's in the pile of stuff. Yeah. You would have time to grab it.
Immediately. Mhm.
Sure, please add it to your stuff.
It was never gone.
Yes,
my
Bob?
did I lockpick the Rave's manacles?
Did you try already?
I mean,
Yes,
while
he
they
was
were
trying the
playing,
whole time.
having fun, I was trying to lockpick yours.
Please roll for sleight of hand with advantage.
23.
Oh, that's a crit.
That's what we needed
Yes.
before, but okay, sure.
Yes. Bob, you remember one of the hardest locks which we ever picked next to you, especially the one in the Concordia ship, unlocked by Polo. So you feel that this achievement you have just done is kind of quite similar to the one that has been achieved back then on a ship. So you hear this pleasant drink, and the manacles are falling off from Rave's hands. Meanwhile, the two guards are rushing towards Farvald, and they are just about to enter the melee range of you. Farvald, you have an action. What would you like to do? They are currently walking at you in pair, with each of them holding a scimitar.
Just one. So they have one weapon each.
Yes.
Okay, I cast. Damn. I cast Shadow of Moil.
What does it do?
What does it do? So I'm kind of wrapped in shadows. They kind of like tentacles. They are around me. They obscure vision, like in a magical way. Not sure if it works against drows, but the important part is whenever someone will conduct a successful attack against me, they will take 2d8 necrotic damage, and I had a good roll. That means every time I'm attacked, I'm causing 16 necrotic damage to the attacker.
So, 2d8, so 16. Every time
Yeah, I
somebody hits you. Okay.
Exactly.
And it's
It
not
is-
even
It is concentration.
It is concentration.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all can see how those shadows start to wreath around him. It could be like it's shadow shield appearing all the way, and they're kind of like giving those tongues left and right in different direction next to him. You wouldn't like to stand just beside him. You don't know what those tongues might do to you. And meanwhile, Farwell with the shield is engaging with the two guards standing ahead. Meanwhile, Bob is trying to open up his own manacles. Rafe, your hands are free. You feel that the door which was locking the source of your magic is now widely open, and this flow of energy goes through your body, energizing you all the way back. You didn't feel that energized since forever. Maybe adrenaline.
Fire's back. Yeah.
Yes. You feel it's time to unleash the beast. So, Farwald, you're getting attacked.
Don't reroll for initiative or so.
No.
Are we gonna fight?
Does 18 hit?
Yeah.
But you immediately give back the damage.
Does
'cause you've been
21
attacked.
hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get 2 hits from both of them. Let's see how much damage. So 8 plus 23.
What?
3 plus
Almost dying again?
17.
No. What? Wow. Okay, wait. Let's do the math. So that's shit.
Oh,
That's
gee.
31 plus 20, so it's 51 damage. Really?
Oh,
Okay.
that's
You're
all of my
alive?
points, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
so both of them are
okay.
getting how much immediately? 16?
16 necrotic damage, but 2 times because they attacked me, each of them 2 times.
One
So
time,
if each
one
of
time
them-
each attacked. They didn't attack 2 times. Attacked once.
Then why did you roll for 4 times the damage?
Wait, I don't know how it rolled because first I checked if it hit and then I rolled for the damage.
Ah.
So
Wait,
it was short sword
no.
21 and short sword 18, so both of them hit, and then I rolled for
Oh.
damage.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
damage
you
was
rolled 4 times.
4 times.
Yeah, correct.
the
So
damage.
it's because one of them is slashing, one of them is poisoning, or both of them.
Ah. Okay. I thought they had kind of like attacked twice or so each.
No, it's just
Is
one
it?
attack.
I mean, they're heavily obscured. Does it maybe give them disadvantage or so?
They are not. Why are they heavily obscured?
Your
am
body
heavily
become
obscured.
heavily obscured to others.
Mm-hmm.
So the Farwald's body is like full of shadows and stuff
Mm-hmm.
because of this shadow of Moyle.
Yeah.
That plays no effect against Drow, or living in the shadows.
Even if it's magical. They can look through normal light, but can they also look through magical darkness?
No changes here. Nope. So please count the damage. I'm counting 16 for each.
Mm-hmm.
Farwell, your turn. You have 2 attacks. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I have.
The creature effectively suffers from blindness when trying to see something in that area.
Okay, here we go.
Mm.
So, first of all, and this should not, it doesn't count as an action. We just slayed the drow. So, I'm using the Accursed Spectre feature I have as a warlock.
Okay,
Which
tell
means
us what it does.
From his body raises a specter, which is now under my control and under my command in the fight. And here, so DM might have to check out what the specter actually does and how much HP it has, but it will assist me in the fight. And it obeys me on verbal commands. And it gains a special bonus to its attack rolls equal to my charisma modifier. which is 4. So +4 on attack rolls.
So here's the picture. You all can see how Farwood kind of points out the finger at the direction of the corpse of the first guard in the cell, and immediately there is a shadow essence collecting on the place, erupting all the way up, forming a body, or some looks like a humanoid without the bottom part. This specter or shadow carries a long sword and has a hand, and this is definitely not somebody you would like to look in the face for long, as there is nothing but death in that stare. Yes, you currently have that creature just behind your back.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, did you check out the typical Spectre stats?
Yeah, I have it.
Because on addition to +4 on attack rolls, it also gains temporary hit points equal to half my Warlock level, which would be 4 additional hit points.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so this required no action. So my bonus action now will be to cast Hex on either one of those soldiers.
Okay, you have a choice, first or second.
They stand
They're standing next to you in front, as you are currently engaging them alone.
So since I'm a right-handed, I'll choose the right one because he's easily accessible for me. So he will take an additional 6 necrotic damage whenever I attack him.
Okay.
Oh, which is also maximum roll. I want to roll today. Also necrotic damage. And I can choose one ability when I cast a spell, and he will have disadvantage on ability checks.
So
disadvantage. So probably I'll choose dexterity because I know we're dealing with lots of fire today. So I want him to have disadvantage on dexterity.
Okay, yeah, he gets it.
Yes. Okay. And now for my action, I attack
What about
the right
Shadow
one.
of Moil? The Moil?
What do you mean?
They attacked you 2 times, so they should
they
get
got the damage already. Yes.
Plus the 6 of Hex.
No, 6 of Hex is only when I have an attack. It will be added to my attack on top.
It's not from this. Okay.
Exactly. So, yeah, like I swing my my magical pact weapon at the right one of them for an attack. First time. Does 22 hit?
Yes, absolutely.
Nice. So that would be 6 damage. Wait, this cannot be right. But it is right. So it's 6 damage. Plus 6 necrotic damage, which means 11.
12.
12, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And
the Hex.
Yes.
Yes.
No, that was the additional 6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
So it should be 12 in total, right?
Yeah, so you have 1 attack, right? Or 2?
I have 2 attacks.
So please attack second time.
Second time. 17 does hit?
Yes.
Okay, then add another 7 plus 13 damage.
Okay, he looks at the damage you're dealing and this slashes of the shadow armor that you are getting against him. Like actually looking, he's more terrified than he thought he would be engaging you right now, and the damage he received.
And before my turn ends,
yeah.
I command to the Spectre, join me in the fight and shield me. Yep.
shield you or do something else?
Nah, like
What do you mean by
how
shield
to
you?
put this? I command him to
Very
attack the right elf and to position itself between me and the elves. Drows. Sorry.
Okay. So you all can see how the specter of death lunges towards its places of its creation, towards the target that has been just identified for it, and basically passes through you, Farvald. And as it passes through you, its shadow sword makes this like slashing, lunging attack from bottom left to top right, making the guard completely like surprised. Let's see how much extra damage he is getting.
4. So it should be 4 for attack rolls and for damage, if I'm not mistaken. That didn't.
Okay, so 12 necrotic damage, and he needs to roll Constitution saving throw. He makes it. Yeah, the Spectre has only 1 attack. And currently you have this shadow of death mingling basically in front of them, as it stayed on a place as commanded. Wraith, your turn. You currently see that Bob is... I don't know what Bob is doing, but you see that Farvald is getting hit. You see that the dwarf is currently looking for items in a pile, just as Gaki.
They don't have weapons.
It's 2 draws, right?
Yes, they're currently standing really not far from you, maybe I would say 5-7 meters really away from you.
Yeah.
So they're in range of you, all of your spells, but Farvald is also right next there.
Well, but if I use a targeted one, then I wouldn't really affect.
Sure. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I want to use my twin spell to
Okay.
cast a blight on both of them.
You sure?
Why not?
Like
Okay.
I feel like they're like just 2 foot soldiers, and the rest of them might arrive soon, and we might need our
But the
firepower.
thing is, if they would attack me like they attacked you, I would be dead already.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't really. My hit points are always.
But you
please,
still got spell slots, right? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
They need to make a save, right?
Yeah.
What
is
save
the
is that?
save DC?
Constitution 16.
Damn. You sure you don't want to use fire, because one of them has weakness on dexterity
Both of them
saving?
failed.
Well, then half.
How much damage?
No, they failed.
They failed.
killed.
They have full damage.
Both of them.
Nice.
Ah,
One
both
of
of
them
them. Oh, so
critically
full
failed.
damage. Okay.
Yeah, how much is
38
damage?
necrotic.
38.
So, as the damage is being inflicted on them, you notice that the hair and the skull of the guy on the right that was hexed by Farvald is kind of like he gets into the cracks, and he's getting older and older and older, and you can see how the hair starting to falling out from his head, and he just a moment ago was full of life, and in this moment there's nothing but a living corpse standing right next to you, and he's just falling down to the side. He's
Is
dead.
he dead?
He's dead.
Okay, that's nice.
So if you had some effect, Farvald, you get something back, yes?
Yeah, you get something.
No, that was the other spell. Wait a second. So the hex spell, when the target dies, the hex spell jumps immediately to the next target. So now the other target is hexed.
Wow. Is there some visual effect for the hex? How does it look for others, or it's only for you?
Okay, so let's assume when I hexed him, there was this kind of devilish glow around my eyes, my pupils, and like shortly there's like a flicker around his silhouette, like kind of in the style of shadows, but with this, let's say, purple aura. So it's kind of in between black and purple. It's just like a flimmer. And that flimmer now jumps to the other guy.
Yeah, it kind of into the body of the next draw.
Mm-hmm.
And who is also now looking like missing a few teeth and looking quite old with his eyebrows also missing and some of his beard there, but he's still able to hold his sword in
And I
hand.
also choose for him to have disadvantage on dexterity, just in case.
Okay. Yes, Rafe, you still have. Do you move anywhere, or do you just stay there?
I mean, it's fine. I can stay here.
Okay. You see how from the pile of weapons, the dwarf is taking some stick, and he's currently like trying to observe it, and he's doing some manipulations with a large stick. It's basically half of his height, and he needs to hold it with both hands, massive hands, to do anything, and this is how he spends his turn. Meanwhile, the girl, she is looking at the swings that currently were received by Farvald, and where was the goddamn signal? And she is trying to use her power to highlight the small camping fire which was there right by the pile of clothes. And you notice that she's even raising up a bit above the ground, and her fiery hair is like Lena from, just a bit. And then as this happens, you see a massive flash of light in the campfire, and she's getting back to the ground, and you see that this is like actually was quite exhausting as she's like falling back to her knees. But the drow is definitely hasn't expected anything of that. He's like, with his eyes rolling around, he is blinded as of now.
I want to take the
Let's put them in the cell or something.
Let's
it's easy
kill
to-
Oh
him.
god.
Oh,
You are the
okay.
evil.
Why? Like,
Let's
why would
manacle them. Finally, someone to manacle.
and put them in the bag of
We have
holding.
our
Yes.
manacles, yes.
Yes. We give him your item, we put him in the bag of holding, we manacle him, and then later we take our time to... Yeah.
Do we want to take them?
Bob, what do you do?
I am manacled still.
Yes.
So
Okay.
can I bonus action lockpick my own manacles, or
It
is
would be
not
full
the
action.
same? Isn't using your own like potions is a bonus action?
It's not a potion.
It's not us.
Okay. I see Farvald is looking rough. I think I'm gonna feed him a potion instead then. Because I should have one. Healing. Yeah.
Do you need a potion already?
Let's say...
You see how this doctor of Bob running from the campfire with items with the potion in his hand, and getting to Farvald and basically like gulps into his face, into the mouth. Yes. How much HP?
Doctor is here. 44, 15. That's almost.
That's a greater
Almost
healing potion. Wow, another greater one. I think you didn't use any on yourself. That's very generous of you.
Yeah, that would be the end of the whole thing, as the draw is currently like he's just kind of like trying to wildly swing, and he's kind of like he's completely blinded. He is not able to see anything, and he's like kind of pointing with his sword currently the completely opposite direction where you are. He's not in control. The other guy, the Spectre, is still in the place. How long does he last?
Oh, the Spectre lasts actually for long. But let me check for how long exactly. Just a second.
Do you want to take your guess?
Yes.
Okay.
Another summoner in this party.
Yes.
This Spectre remains in your service until the end of your next long rest.
Oh.
Oh, the whole day. Okay.
I mean, you can make another one, right? Because there's another second body. Or there could be only one.
If you kill someone, right?
I can only use it once, and then I have to take a long rest.
Oh.
So I can only have one at a time.
Okay, but
Okay, you notice how the dwarf is finally finished up with packing his things into him, and he noticed he also grabbed a few swords, which definitely don't really seem to be fitting to him. They look like of elfish origin. He still puts them, and in his hand he's holding some stick, which of this direction. None of you have seen anything of this before. You have no idea what it is.
Oh, shoot.
And
Was it an action?
yeah, he is like he's kind of pointing it at the direction of this blinded guard, but nah, it would be maybe too loud. And okay, let's move out. Let's move out.
Let's kill the guard.
Ah, right. Okay. Then you spread your arms here. Put it to the ground.
yeah, I mean,
He points his stick into that thing.
no.
That's too loud. That's too loud. That's too loud.
Bam! And you hear this like a mini explosion happening right in front of your face, basically, as the mini cannon, which was held in your hands, completely pierces through the chains very easily and goes somewhere deep into the ground, being stopped further on. But immediately the whole chain is released, Bob. You are fully free. Ah, this is what we do. This is what we do. And Muradin, ha! And you notice it. He starts to kind of trying to reload this whole thing.
Someone finished the second guard.
I mean, once it's my turn, I'm happy to do so.
Yeah, the
Grab-
turn is over. Bob, Farwell, you can do it free of.
Wait, guys. So do we talk to this guy? Maybe we need
Well,
someone to guide us through the tunnels, because maybe we don't have any idea how to get out of here. Could it be?
But the thing is that he can't come back to his people.
To do.
What? No, he's not doing anything.
Kill it.
You hear a similar sound coming from the depth of the camp.
Was he just ringing a horn or so?
No, wasn't him. No.
Yeah, okay. What the fuck? So I just slash him. No, I killed this guy.
Yeah, I mean, we need to leave.
Please describe
Yeah, but-
how you're coming from behind to him. How do you do it?
So I come from behind like a hero, and King Killer style. I just take the sword and shove it up through his back, so it looks outside of his belly, and then I rip it out.
The guy is.
take his sword. It does 5d6 poison damage. It's much
But
better
only
than your
one-
packed weapon.
So,
But only once per attack. That's how poison usually
yeah,
works.
this is the guy is basically
mean-
pierced through and being thrown back to the ground. I think we need to leave.
Okay,
Mhm.
now we can talk.
Okay.
Quick
That was
plan, how
noisy.
to
That was
escape,
more
how
noisy
do
than
we
I
go?
thought. Where did we go? I see fire.
Is there
tunnels.
anyone else to free? Is there anyone else to free in the cells? Did we let out everyone?
As you're looking through the cells, they're all empty or have corpses in there. There is no one alive.
Okay,
Mhm.
quickly looking around the camp, is there anything of importance? And while I look around, I ask the two, are there any important items, things we should take with us? Where did they leave
nice
stuff? Do they have a
poison and stuff.
headquarter thingy?
Yeah, where's the stash?
They have
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe Priestess has her own quarters. I mean, I don't know.
Gaki,
They-
did you see
they-
something?
I mean, I wasn't invited, so how do I know? I mean,
Do you have
probably.
any
I mean,
healing
they're all
potions on
serving
you?
her. Like I don't know where is she leading. Probably
Do
she
you
has
have any
something.
healing potions on you? I could use some healing.
She's going through the pile of stuff. It's not exactly healing.
What is it? Like,
Okay. Maybe that doesn't fit. I'll keep it for later. And she puts it back.
okay. So, asking the dwarf, since he can see in the dark and has a keen orientation underground, do you remember how you got here and how we can get out of here? Like, we know where they're coming from. I mean, we heard a horn. We need to go the other direction.
As you're
but-
asking him, he is raising his boomstick all the way up, and you hear this again. And
With his sword.
there is a body falling all the way down
Oh,
from the
nice.
ceiling, and he's like, "It's not my local area." That's a bit stuck. But I don't know. I wouldn't go. I mean, maybe it would go. I don't know.
Those guys
Okay, it
went
doesn't-
northwest departure from the camp.
I
Because
wouldn't
we
go
totally
there.
know where the northwest. Yeah, we're not
So
gonna
in
go
the
there.
in the northwest it's where we came from. Remember, it's where the chambers are, and they went to check out the chambers.
Yeah.
So if we go into opposite direction, we're going somewhere else, and we don't know where. But okay, let's go. We
Okay.
have no.
I mean, those guys came from somewhere. There has to be some other exit.
Yeah.
Are we leaving? We're not
Okay.
gonna search the place. We're leaving, right? We're leaving.
I don't think
We
we
should
have
just
much
leave
time.
because they're coming.
I'm just quickly
yeah.
searching the body that just fell to the ground. That drow. Do I find any poison on him, like poison vials?
You
Healing
find one.
potions.
You find one vial of unusual unknown substance, which is kind
Great, I
of
take it.
well sealed.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you don't find anything else.
Alright, maybe
Okay.
take his weapon. You know, it
I-
looks really dangerous. No,
What weapon does he have?
was a short
Poison
sword.
sword.
I take it,
Yeah.
and then I just turn around and.
Okay.
So they were northwest, so we go southeast, probably, right?
If it doesn't go down, you know, then
Are we
Right.
gonna, are we gonna like run, or are we gonna use dimension door?
More!
You're gonna run.
And notice how it's stuck! He's trying
What
to...
what did he say? He said more, and he pointed in direction. So I look. Do I see any drow?
You see at least two of the drows going from a northwest direction by the ceiling.
Can I make the fireplace? I mean, I can make the fireplace burn twice as much because I have fire control. So the places where they cook the food, as you mentioned, should become not dim light, but quite how do you say, bright light. And I don't know. I want to pick one of the torches and throw it in the barracks or whatever the housing they had. So we were in the steel cages. and
It's
they
a
were in the
number
wooden.
of tents.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it in the tents, and so and I also have control fire, so I think I can totally, you know, start the
You
fire.
can try to do it on the move as well, so that's a lot of
Yeah,
actions.
I can expand the
wow.
flame in any direction if there's a fuel present. So if there's a smallest spark, I can make it burn. So
Yeah,
as
you
we
can-
running away,
You can
I
totally
wanna
do
start
it.
the
So what do you do?
fire. Running
So
away.
we burn the place down while running southeast. Is that fine?
I guess we're running
Okay.
the opposite direction from where those guys came from.
Okay, so we're running, and then make sure that the dwarf and Kaki, whatever the girl's coming with us.
I have the light spell, so I can, you know, kind of show the
So
road. We're
he
not
is
gonna
like
run.
a Gandalf. He's walking forward with the light spell. Is
If I feel the power of Irene coming back, yes.
yeah. Power of Arena is with you, brother. So
Okay. Then we're good. Then we have a light actually, so we can travel.
yes. As you are forcing your way further on, starting to ignite the fires around, with Rafe also helping with your, like, to expand
Fireballs. Yeah.
fire bolts or something. Please, Bob, roll for perception.
Perception. I don't like that. 19.
Oh,
As you
Now I
are
like it.
leading the way with the light, of the party just to the nearby tunnel in the opposite direction where the priestess went. You see how the land right in front of you starts to kind of like burble with some momentum, some movement, it's definitely artificial, as if it's like kind of boiling, but like sand boiling.
Hold.
And as you stand here with your perception, you actually hear that it was an incantation of a spell. And when you turn around, you notice there is a mage on the left, approximately 60 feet away from you.
Dispel magic if he already incantated whatever he's incantated?
How about we just kill that guy? Because I don't think we can leave without
Bob, you can try to dispel.
I will try, so I just click on it. I don't know. Do I need to roll DC or something?
Which
10
level?
plus the spell's level.
I cast it as level 3.
Okay, then you can all please describe us how it affects the boiling ground.
So with my perception, I see that there's some glyph flying around the ground that make it, shake, boil, and then I cancel that out because that's basically my proficiency to cancel the magic effects, and it stops. Yeah, whatever this guy was trying to do, it's gone. It's the normal ground again. Yeah. So it doesn't matter what the magic is. I mean, I don't need to know it. I see the magic and I can cancel it out.
You all can see how Bob directs his magical power to dispel the appearing lava field or something else field right ahead of you, and he also stopped you and not allowed you to step into it. And Bob, you hear how you probably hear curse or something in the language addressed to you from the mage, and as you're about to observe his next move, you hear this
towards us or away from us?
Towards us.
Towards the mage.
Oh.
And you can see how there's an arrow being shot into his throat, not allowing him to continue anything. And as the blood starts to spill out from his mouth, he's trying to do something, but he's quickly losing consciousness, falling over with his face down.
Feels like we have to finish them now. Are we gonna keep running?
As you're looking at the direction where the arrow came from, you see this.
Oh, it was not dark.
It wasn't the dwarf?
Maybe there's other drow. They are good drow. The drow of Irene arrived.
I don't know who that could be.
Can you see maps more?
It is a drow actually.
Can you see the
So
image?
it is the drow of Irene. Oh my god.
No.
You see the not far above from the mage itself, on the ceiling from one of the niches, that person. And Rafe, you immediately recognize him.
We're friends, yeah.
Your master trainer of spies?
This is the guard which was drawing the card.
Oh.
Nice.
What card? What are you talking about?
The one that took the card from the deck.
I mean, I saw this card and I thought it is kind of reversing the alignment of the creature. Correct, Dion? Is that what happened?
You don't want to confirm? I mean, you can confirm if it's or not. You can just say no, but if it's true, okay, yes. Smart guys, right?
And as he's seen being noticed, He is pointing you towards one of the corridors, one of the tunnels.
Well, we will
Wow.
never know his name.
Great. I tell him, come with us. Like,
The nameless
Friend.
guy who actually used deck of cards.
I signal him to come with us.
He nods, but he still stays in the same position, looking in the depth of the camp.
Oh no, he's gonna die for the course. That is too nice to take. No, let's not let him die.
What do you do?
Actually, he can be our guide.
Exactly. We can knock him unconscious and just drag him along. I don't know.
Actually, we are
We don't want
frozen
to lose
again.
you. Well,
On video, everyone except Rave, but okay.
What?
I mean,
Hmm?
yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Wait,
Everyone's frozen except Ray.
what? No.
Well,
You
I'm
need to.
moving.
Yeah,
There's
you
some
are.
action.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Maybe we need to restart it
Including
again.
me. Yeah, I'll just restart.
Yeah, including
Yeah.